Okay, let's roll right into our post-race for tonight's first Budweiser Duel at Daytona, the first qualifying race for Sunday's 56th running of the Daytona 500. And our race runner-up is Kevin Harvick, and he drives the number 4 Budweiser Chevrolet for Stewart-Haas Racing. Kevin, as you mentioned to me, I said, how you doing? You said almost really good, but got to feel good about this race car. And as I know, you're trying to get that second Daytona 500 win under your belt.
Yeah, it's just you know, I want to win bad for everybody at SHR on the new team, and you know, it's just it was really close tonight. Obviously, we've won some races that close. We've lost some races that close, but we've had 2 good races. You know, our cars have been fast. We've been able to run up front and lead some laps and do the things that we need to do. And on Sunday, we just need to, you know, do the same thing and keep it rolling for 500 miles. I think, you know, when you get more cars in the pack, it's going to be a little more intense than what it was tonight. It was obviously a great finish, but I just had to go, you know, whenever the pack bunched up and decided to make a move like that. And we just made it just a touch too late to be able to get the last side draft by Matt there at the end. So it's a good race.
Thank you, Kevin. And we'll take questions now for Kevin Harvick. Any questions for Kevin Harvick? Start there in the back with George, and then we'll go to Tom.
Yeah, Kevin, you alluded to this maybe a little bit. George Diaz with the Orlando Sentinel. Was conservative driving, if you will, more a function of less cars, or also a function of you guys didn't want to bust anything up, obviously, in this race because Sunday's the most important one?
Well, I think we've all done a pretty good job at tearing a few things up along the way so far. So I think everybody was a little bit conservative. I think obviously there was only 18 cars in the Unlimited, and we tore the whole field up. So you know, I think everybody just wanted to do what they had to do to try to get the best finish that they could, and obviously those of us that were running up front tried to win the race, and it just you know, just didn't time out exactly perfect.
Our third place finisher has also joined us, and that's Kasey Kahne. He drives the number 5 Farmers Insurance Chevrolet, as well as Josh Wise, who races his way into the Daytona 500 for the 2nd year in a row. I believe you were in it last year as well, Josh. But he drives the number 98 Curb Records Ford. So we're going to hear from both of these drivers as well. Let's hear first from Kasey.
Yeah, I had a really good Farmers Insurance Chevy. Was happy with it throughout the race. You know, just was right behind Kevin there. We were trying to get a run, and we got one right there at the end, and came close to getting by Matt. So you know, it was a great finish. I was able to, you know, move around all over the racetrack depending on when people wanted to race. But if people wanted to race, I thought our car was really strong, and that was really about it.
All right, Josh, just tell us the excitement of racing into the 500. It's got to be a big deal for you.
Yeah, it's a big burden lifted off for sure. You know, sleep has been light this week, but you know, my car was pretty good. I could kind of hold on to wherever I was. I couldn't really make any moves by myself, but we were able to just kind of get in that top lane and maintain, and had a really good you know, green flag stop. Got on and off pit road well, and was able to kind of stay in that lead group. And I think we were running about 10th or 11th there. Coming down the back stretch, and I saw the 88 drop down and try to start a bottom lane there in 3 and 4, so I just tried to close the hole there and kind of sucked us up to 6th. So that's it.
There you go. Good job. Questions now for all three. I'll take a few questions here. Tom Jensen, go ahead.
Tom Jensen, FoxSports.com. For any of the three of you, based on what we've seen so far with this and the Unlimited, I think we're going to have a good package to race in the 500.
I think we just had a 3-wide finish for the win. If you guys don't like that, I guess we need to try something different. Yeah.
We don't like it. I mean, over the course of the race.
Yeah. I mean, when everybody gets antsy and wants to go, I think that you can group up and go.
Yeah.
You know.
Absolutely. I think if if guys want to race, then it's the cars suck up quicker. You know, a bit more of a handful than what they were last year. I felt like too in the pack. So it'll be exciting. There'll be a lot going on when people do want to race. But 500 miles, I mean, you're probably not going to run 3 wide all 500, I wouldn't expect.
Anybody else have a question? We'll take 2 or 3 more. We've got a couple other guys we want to get up here. Chris, go ahead.
Chris Knight, CatchFence.com. Josh, can you talk about driving the number 98? We're pretty sporty from the drop of green flag. It's a big year for Phil Parsons, 2 years in a row. How much pressure are you putting on yourself knowing what the team did last year in the 500?
There's definitely pressure that comes with that. You know, they made the race last year and they ran well, and it's the same car they ran last year, you know. So you always kind of get that trickle down from the crew about the past performance of the car and everything. So, you know, but it really doesn't matter. I mean, you put a lot of pressure on yourself regardless of all those things. So it was, you know, tonight was just for us about execution and not making any mistakes, you know, and everything just went smoothly. So it was great.